Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Darren. Hope you're safe and well and having a good stitchy week. So we're going to do a stitch with me today on my monochromatic tiger from Stitching Jewels. So we'll see how we go. Don't know how long this one's going to be. Let's make sure I'm in the right spot. Yep. So it's been a while. I'd love to say I've got loads of gossip from work, but I don't. Work's been pretty quiet just of late. I've been working on two saws. I've been working on my saw, and then I've been helping out on the splitting saw. So I've not had as much wood coming in as normal. Mind you, over here there's a lot of building companies going bust, well, going into liquidation, or whatever you want to call it, because of all the interest rate hikes. But they say they're should start coming down soon, so that might help them out a little bit. But yeah, it's just getting a bit ridiculous. But as long as we're still getting work in, that's the main thing. But yeah, like I say, it's been pretty quiet, like I say. Like I'd rather mention about work. I don't think. Maybe I should have thought about this before I started filming. No. I'm trying to think what's happened over the last 3 weeks. Apologies, that was my phone. Yeah, no, nothing really has gone off at work. Been pretty boring. So, Mum's meant to be having some work done on the extension this week. Well, last week. Well, should have been having some work done on the extension this week. So, my elder brother booked her in for a week. My twin brother took time off as well to help out. So, I know he's ripped up the old patio. Because they're having a new patio and whatever you put down. So I know that one of my brothers had ripped that up. Could have got a message from him saying someone stole the patio. So, but I've not had any update pictures, so I don't know if they've done anything or what. I don't know what the weather's been like over in the UK. I've not looked, so I don't know what's been going off, what's been done, what hasn't been done. I hope there's meant to be a stitch going in there because I've pin stitched for some reason. I don't know if you can see. Oh, I don't know if you can see just there. than a pin stitch. So I'm hoping there's going to be a stitch there. Yes, there is. That's good. I haven't been through and looked for any questions. I know I've got some questions, but I haven't been through and looked for any. So I apologise, there'll probably be no questions in this one, so it might be either a short stitch with me or a quiet stitch with me. So my weekend was a bit full this week. So it was Shane's sister's birthday on Friday. So it's like Good Friday, whatever you call it. So we was around there for her birthday. And it was originally meant to be a barbecue. But because obviously the weather over here has been a bit, well, it was raining. That ended up just everything being cooked in the oven, so it was like just going around for tea. And then on Saturday it was the niece's gender reveal. So we got there and asked if they needed anything doing, because they were all in the kitchen like rushing around trying to do stuff. So I said, right, do you need anything doing? Oh yeah, can you just put these in the oven for me? Yep, no problem. I put some stuff in the oven and they all walked off. Left me in the kitchen sorting out all the food. I thought, oh, thank you very much. So yes, I had a couple of trays of party snacks to cook. And then they wanted me to film the reveal for them. So I had to do that. And then Shane was going down to his friends. But his mum and dad was up at the sisters as well. So they wanted Shane to follow them because they've been having some problems with the car. They've had so much of it fixed, but they've still got a bit more to do. So they wanted Shane to follow him just in case anything went wrong with the car. So when Shane got back to theirs, he had a look at the list of things that the garage reckon needs doing. So he sorted out the brakes for them, which didn't take him as long as it took him to do ours. So yes, he's done their brakes for them. Had a look at some other parts that they need. So I don't know when he's going to do them. They're not major. The brakes were obviously the main thing. And then there's a bearing that needs doing, so that's going into the garage on Wednesday, I think he said, to get done. So yeah, other than that, everything's been pretty quiet. Temperature here has finally dropped. Well, I say finally dropped. It's been in the 20s most of the week, which has been good. Mid to high 20s, but it's been in the 20s. The humidity seems to have dropped a lot, which is excellent. And then this week, I'm meant to be nice. I think it's about 27 most of the week. And then on Wednesday, it goes up to 30. Thursday, it goes up to 32. I was like, oh, come on. And then it drops back down to about 26. So I've only got 2 days of the heat to deal with. Well, yeah, according to the weather people, what was it? I think it was last week, was the first day below 30 degrees since August last year. So yes, so it's been a very hot summer and spring. I broke a fair few records as well. So for the hottest days, and well, the amount of hottest days continuously, and then what was it, the hottest day in the hottest day in autumn. Yeah, we've already broke that one. So yeah, broke a few records this year with the heat. Been a couple of cyclones come through up north. Well, 2 I think. Yeah, but we've been quite lucky here. We've had rain, but we've not had as much rain as some of the areas. It was good for the garden. Filled up our water tank. If you're wondering why I've left this gap here, it's because this is too high. So I filled this part in order so that I can fudge it. I don't know if you remember me saying before, or when I showed this one last time I worked on, I think it was, that I put everything, when I was doing the edging around here, one of them, I put a stitch too low, so it all didn't match up. So I'm going to have to fudge it as I get down, so I can get a straight section. Well, not a straight section, but so I can get it back in line again. So hopefully this will have it back in line. If not, I'll be doing a fair bit of fudging to get it to join up. So as I said, Shane was at his friend's and had a couple of drinks last night. He's already up. I don't know when he's going to be setting off. I said to him, I said, you just make sure that when you set off, you are sober enough, because it's Easter weekend and all the cops are out in force doing the breath tests and what have you. And I thought, oh, I didn't have many anyway, I only had 3, maybe 4. I was like, oh, okay, that's not too bad then. So yes, I don't know what time he's going to be setting off. I was making a coffee when I spoke to him. Same thing with it being a long weekend. He gets bored really easily, so hence the reason he went down to his friends, because he was bored. I was like, okay. Got lots of things he can do here, but no, he was bored. I was going to his friends. Alright, fair enough. Give me a chance to get some videos recorded. Right, you have to excuse me as I flip you over. I'm going to put my scissors in there. attached to everything else. Sorry if you heard a bang. Ooh, and a squeak. I think I need to lubricate the stand. So yeah, as I was saying on my update, it's been interesting couple of weeks, but I've been away from filming. I'm just getting a drink, 2 seconds. So the day after I last filmed, I got in Patago. So that was fun. Not. And then I got, I don't know if it was toothache or earache or what, but it affected both. So I had a chronic toothache stroke earache, which lasted about a week. Then I got impetigo again. Like I say, and then I've been dealing with the tiredness, which is absolutely ridiculous. So I'm hoping it's just like the low iron or whatever, but as I say, I'll find out when I get my blood results this week. But yeah, I'm going to say getting up in the morning, I mean, normally, like for work, my alarm goes off and I get up straight away. Now I've been turning my alarm off and literally falling straight back asleep. And then 9 out of 10 Shane's had to come in and say, "You getting up or what?" Freak, not again. And I've been just, again, apologies for my phone. Yeah, and then like getting in from work, feeding the cats, etc., having my tea, and then I'd be just sat there and I'd be falling asleep. I'm going to say the other day I was ready for bed at 6:30, which is not like me at all. A couple of nights I got to bed early. Shane's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I'm going to bed, I can't stay awake." So yeah, it's like yesterday, I finished filming my update video, and that was about, what, 12 o'clock-ish, and I was ready for bed. I was falling asleep after I finished, while I was waiting for it to upload. I was like, oh my god, this is ridiculous. I'm trying to force myself to stay awake. So yeah, I have no idea what it is. So as I said, I'm hoping it's just low iron, because I know that is one of the side effects of having low iron, is tiredness. So I'm hoping that's all it is. So as it is, I've been up 2 hours, an hour and a half, 2 hours so far, and already I can feel I'm getting tired. So yeah, I don't know what it is. It wants to do one, whatever it is. And again, I've put the clock underneath the bloody part of the tripod, so I can't see how long I've been recording. I know it's not long anyway, but I'm just saying, I can't see how long I've been recording, so you guys are going to get a really short video or a long video. Now have a tiger's ear finished. Leave enough. So if I don't get a chance to finish this all in one go, it'll be filmed in 2 parts. So if for any reason it is filmed in 2 parts, so I'll find the questions out for the second part. Made me jump then. It's gone through the wrong hole. Okay. I thought Tiger was going to come and sit on my knee. Just get everything set up and it was following me around. I was like, here we go. But he didn't. I don't know where he's dissipated. You can tell it's getting colder as well because the cats are. Kitty's sleeping in the cat basket. That's the first sign you know it's getting colder when she sleeps in the cat basket. Yeah, so she's sleeping in the cat basket. Ginger's underneath the table in front of me, laying on one of my project bags. Normally Kitty'd be outside most of the day, so that's how you know it's getting colder, which is good. That means they're all going to get fluffy, because I'll start putting on the winter coats. Sorry if you hear the bang. Next door, I'm moving the bins around. Right, that's that bit done. This hopefully should start forming inside of his face now. I think. If I can get the needle in the right area, it helps, doesn't it? There we go. So it's a shame this colour doesn't show up properly on the camera, but it's a really nice bright orange. Kelly did a good job on this one. I'm going to have to run a pin stitch down here as well, so I'm hoping that's going to get covered up. Yes, it is. Good. The crows are out in force today. And so the family of magpies have turned up back here again. They've not been for ages. So I say there's 5 of them. They've not been for absolutely ages. And they turned up again the other day. So all the babies except for one has got that adult coloured. I don't know why one hasn't, but all the rest have. All the babies at work have grown up. They're starting to get their adult colours now. So it shouldn't be too much longer before they all disappear. The parents have already disappeared most of the time. So one of them always used to come in. It used to be hand fed. Well, used to take food out of my hand and everything. And then since the chicks have grown up a bit and can fend for themselves, it doesn't come in no more. It turns up every now and then, but it'll just sit out in the yard waiting for me to throw it some food. It doesn't come up to you no more. So I thought, alright then, I'll see you next time you get pregnant. Pregnant, lay eggs. But yeah, the baby butcher bird comes in on his own now. He comes in, starts singing for me. Give him some food and he flies off. But because he hasn't got his adult colours yet, he's still brown. He kind of blends in with everything. So I can hear him singing, but I don't know where he is half the time. He's like, where are you? Takes me ages to spot him sometimes. Eddie still keeps turning up. That's the lizard, in case anyone, it's the first time watching these. Yeah. So Eddie keeps turning up. He's not been turning up as much as he was. He seems to have calmed down a little bit now. Again, I think that's maybe because the weather's changing. But yeah. He was sunbathing himself on top of one of the packs the other day. I don't know, he got on top of the pack, but he got on top of it. So yeah, so he was sunbathing himself on top of the pack. Let me just mark off things. Flip you over again. I'm trying to see how long I've been recording. 23 minutes. I don't know, seems longer. Again, sorry for the squeak. You know what, I'll see if I'll pause it here and see if I can get some questions. Because otherwise it's going to be a very silent stitch with me. A bit like in, what is it, ASMR or whatever you call it? I'll be back in a minute. Okay, we're back. So, I've been on my last stitch with me and my Q&A one and pulled out some questions. So I'm hoping the people who ask the questions on the Q&A watch this as well. So, first question is from Q Squires. Tiger wants to join in. I think his friend's hanging around somewhere because he keeps running backwards and forwards, so... I opened the wrong... I have, that's a good start. I opened the wrong hole. No, I haven't. He wants to know, how do you select the fabric size, and especially one thread or two thread on full cross or 10 stitch? Struggling to test when working on full coverage. So, fabric size, you just go with the one that's easiest for you to decide. So what you can see best. So as I say, mag. Nope, just going wrong. Right now, I can do it the other way. I say my go-to is normally 28. I like 25 as well. But yeah, you just go with whichever one you can see the best. So if you struggle with your eyesight, obviously go for a lower count, like a 14, 18, whatever. So yeah, it depends on your eyesight, I would say, as to which one you go for. So yeah, just go for the one that you can see the best. So it doesn't matter with regards to your fabric count. And then obviously, depending how you want your back. So if you don't mind your back feeling like a rug, go for 10 stitch. If you don't want it feeling like a rug, go for full cross. I prefer full cross. Yeah. You get good coverage from both, depending on, again, on your fabric type, but I prefer full cross. It's just, doesn't make it as bulky at the back. It makes it easier to count as well. Because doing 10 stitch can make it a bit tricky to count when you're first getting used to it. And then obviously depending on what count fabric you're using as to how many strands you use. So obviously 28 and 25 count, you can get away with just one strand. Some people do 20 count with one strand, but I find that looks a bit too many gaps. You can see too much of the fabric through, so I don't do that. I always do 2 strands for anything 20 count downwards, so 20 count, 14 count, I always do 2 strands. Except for London, which is on 18 count, which that one actually calls for 1 strand, so that's why I'm doing that 1 strand. But yeah, you just do little test patches if you're not 100% sure. Just pick a corner that you're not going to be stitching on and do a test patch of like 10 by 10 square. And see how you like the coverage. Get it right there, get off. Yeah, and see how you like the coverage. That's the easiest way. Next question is from Jennifer. I know you have cross-stitch designs for your brother. Have you cross-stitched something for your mum? Yes. I did a memorabilia for my mum when my auntie passed away. I did her a fairy, Titania, Queen of the Fairies, I think it was. I did that for her. And put in loving memory of my mum, my auntie. So yeah, so I did that for my mum. So that's hanging on the wall in the kitchen room over in the UK. My twin brother framed that one. Put it on the wall. There we go. So yeah, that's the only one I've ever done for my mum. She's never asked for one, so I did do a great big diamond painting of me holding a koala. Well, that one's stuck. Sorry about that, Shane. Yeah, so that's stuck on the walls for everyone to remember me by while I'm over here. If I get a chance to get over there this Christmas, I'll take a picture. Because by then everything should be moved around. Hopefully she'll have the extension finished. So I'm assuming the photos and, well, the cross stitches and that'll be moved. So I'll take a picture. is from Lana Dean. Does everybody in your family cross stitch besides me? And how do they react to my hobby? So my twin brother used to do it years ago. By years ago, I mean probably about 20 years ago. But he doesn't do it anymore. Mum's never really been interested in it. She used to do knitting and crocheting. So yeah, no, it's just me now that cross stitches. They're not bothered. My other brothers never asked for anything to be stitched. But yeah, no, they're not. They don't mind the cross stitching. Where have I got up to? So yeah, as I say, obviously my brother doesn't mind me cross stitching because he keeps asking for patterns to be done. So yes. Next one's from Female Crusader. It was new to cross stitching. She only started this month for her first piece. This is from the Quaker Turtle. So she's assuming I'm using mottled coloured Ada. So no, it was hand dyed Ada that Kelly from Kel Stitches did for me. She sent it to me ages ago before I even started Quaker Turtle. I didn't know what I was going to use the fabric for, and then obviously I got Quaker Turtle and I thought, oh, that one will actually look pretty good on there. So yeah, it wasn't intentional. I just thought, oh, that'll pop on that one. So that's why I chose that fabric. But yeah, that one is, yeah, I think it was 14 count. But it'll have been shrunk a bit from being dyed, so it's probably more like 16, maybe 18. Next one is from Redline Handcrafts, who wants to know if I have any plans on doing Gone Fishing by Donna Gelsinger, which is also one that ties in with Mini Moose Crossing and Mini Deer Creek. So I think at some point I will get that one, yes, and do that one as well. I mean, I'm doing Mini Deer Creek now for me, just waiting for it to get pulled. So yeah, so I'm doing Mini Deer Creek for me, and then I probably will do Mini Moose Crossing, and then yeah, I'll probably purchase the Gone Fishing one as well. I mean, I'm not a fisherman per se. I've done fishing before. I used to go with my dad, my uncle. So yeah, I'll probably will do that one at some point, and then I've got all three of them. Next one is from Lara, who wants to know, do I use a magnifier when... Do you use a magnifier for your projects? No. My eyesight's still pretty good. So I do have glasses for working on close up, but I don't use them per se. The only time I use them now is on 40 count. When I'm doing the 40 count, I'll have my glasses on. Or if I'm working on 28 count and it's really, really light colours. Because I seem to struggle sometimes finding out where I'm going. For seeing like the holes, you know, like when you've got a big bunch of, like, say, white together, or the pale blues. But no, I don't use a magnifier. I do have one, because I got one because it had a light on it for stitching on the black, and I bought it for the light. But I never use a magnifier on it. Michelle wants to know if I'm able to show my stitchy spot. You see my stitchy spot every update video. That's my stitchy spot. I just sit there. So I don't have anything around me. So it's just a table in front of me and my Lowry stand at the side. So yeah, that's my stitchy spot. I just pull my project out when I need it and stitch on it and then put it away afterwards. So you see my stitchy spot every update video. So there's nothing amazing about it. On my update videos, to the left of me is where my Lowry stand is, and that's it. Under the arm of the sofa. So that's my stitchy spot. So yeah. Oh, that's it for questions. I have one on email actually. They asked a while ago. Let's see if I can find it. I kept meaning to add it in, but because it was on email, I forgot. Where are we? There we go, from Marie. So Marie wants to know, so a lot of stitches choosing 1/1 full cross, and then sometimes we'll do 2/1 10th stitch on the same count fabric. I'm unsure as what you take into consideration when making this choice. Started the project on 25 count Tropical Treasures by Hayde, and I'm doing 2/1 10th stitch. I'm sure is there a benefit to one method over the other? So that one I kind of answered a minute ago. So yeah, so 2/1 10th stitch goes quicker, so you get more done, but the back of your project turns out like a rug. 1/1 full cross, but with 10 stitches, well, the downside to that is if you can count incorrectly, and like I do often, and put the stitches in the wrong spot. Might have to do the whole full cross as well. 1/1 full cross, I think, gives you, depending on your fabric type, gives you better coverage, and your back's not as, well, I can't say as messy, it's not as bulky, so it's easier to stitch through, and it's also easier to count from as well. So number 2. So yeah, I've got 3 from Marie. So number 2. I've not seen this discussed by any stitches so far. See that you use floss bobbins for your DMC. What do you do with any leftover thread that is too long to throw away? I have some projects that have 5 or 10 stitches in the whole project of a colour or confetti that is too separated to reach. How do you store these threads? My bobbins end up a mess trying to rewrap these additional pieces. I feel like I missed something in the instructions book. I will grab a bobbin in a second. Let me just finish this row off, and then I'll show you how I do my bobbins with any extra floss. As well as this piece of floss anyway. Thread. Oh, again, sorry for the squeak. Sue, your dog's gonna hate me. Right. Definitely gonna hate me. Let me just pick one where I found something back on. Which is probably always the case when you want one, you can't find one. Here we go. That was that one. Right. this is my bobbin. So this is a strand that obviously I only needed a couple of stitches on. So what I do is let me zoom out a little bit. Oh no. Or it's zoomed out. Right. So what I do, so for the piece that you've cut off, I just wrap it round. Like that. See? And then your piece that you've used for your stitching, I fold it in half. And then with the looped part there, I lay it over the loose part. Oops, he says. How come when you do it on camera it always goes wrong? Yeah, so lay it over the loop part and then start wrapping round. Try that again. Lay it on this part, start wrapping it around, and that pins down the loose bit and then goes over your loop, and then just tie it off. And then just like that, so it stays in it nice and neat. So it doesn't look like a rat's nest. And then obviously when you want to stitch again, you just grab your loose part on there, and then it also frees up your other bit in case you need any more colour of that. But yeah, that's how I do it. So I'll show you again. And obviously you need to make sure you leave enough for your tail to wrap around your bobbin at the bottom. Yeah, like that. And then you don't get the pieces sticking out. That's how I do it. I hope that helps. As I said, that's how I do it. Other people may do it differently. So this needle, and we'll go on to part 3. Right, part 3. I saw in your stitch with me on Super Size Stagger Family that you bring your threads down below the stitching and line them up. It seems like this is a way to end your threads without flipping the project and going under the threads in the back. If that is correct, could you please explain how to do this? I do a loop start, but would be happy to have an easy way to end my threads. So on Tiger Family, where I've got them going straight down, that's normally where it's feeding into the next page. So I've got them parked where they need to go. Let me just start this one off and I'll kind of explain. So yes, so that method you can use for ending your threads. So if you wanted to do it like that for ending, then you would just go, say I've just finished that one, you would just go a little bit further down to where it is, come up, and then you can either just leave it there, and then you'll eventually stitch over it. You can just cut that off, or if you want to secure it so it doesn't move, then you just go a couple more down and just pin it in again. And then again, once you've stitched over that, you can just pull your thread back up and cut it off. But mine is normally, because I've parked them, so say this is my next stitch, so I've parked it, and then I'll just go a bit further down just to tighten space, and then I'll come back up again. Oh, hang on. So yeah, I'll just go like down like that, and then just bring it up again in another spot, just so it doesn't move, and then it keeps the threads out of the way so I don't catch them again when I'm stitching. So that's why mine are like that on Super Size Tiger. But yes, it is a good way for ending threads if you don't want to keep turning your project over. So you can either do it to straight down in front and stitch over that way, or some people will like go over to the side like that, and then when they're stitched over, they get to the thread, they'll just snip it off. I generally just have a, well, depending on the fabric type, I'll have a pin stitch it, or when I'm ending the thread, I'll turn it over and run them under the stitches behind. I say, so on Super Size Tiger, all those ones are parked ready for the next page. So they're in the spots where they first appear. So that's why they're parked. I think that was all the questions from Marie. So I hope those helped, Marie. Yes, that's all. So yes, I hope that helped. Okay, if you need any more clarification on those or whatever, just let me know. I have a question as well from Stuart, who I'm sure he's asked this one before, and I'm sure I've answered it before, but he wants to know how I met Shane. So I was over here at college, and I met Shane online. I was just online, just looking for friends, because obviously I was over here on my own. I didn't know anybody. All the other people at college were either Chinese or Indian. English not the best language for them. So yeah, Shane got in touch and just asked if we agreed to meet up and go for a coffee and whatever. The rest of the say is history. And then obviously I had to go back to the UK, and Shane followed. So yeah, so we've been together now 14 years. On the 9th of March was 14 years. So yes, I've got to be out on good behaviour. That's where you go for talking. Got carried away. And honest to it, I'm not unpicking that for one stitch. I've just had one extra stitch in, that's all. I've already fudged this one too much, so one extra stitch ain't gonna work. It'll just be a unique version of a unique version of this one. Not all tigers are the same, are they? They've all got different stripes, so that's my excuse. I'm hoping the sun's going to come out soon. I need to do the washing. I was going to do it yesterday, but it looked like it was absolutely, it was going to sling it down, but it didn't. So I could have done the washing yesterday, but never mind. So yeah, here's where the stitch was meant to be missing. They're just there, so never mind. So yesterday, Kitty kept me on my toes. She kept bringing in skinks, which are little lizards. When she brings one in, she always does a really loud meow, even though she's still got it in her mouth. I don't know how she manages to do it. Just to let you know that she's got something. So she come in with one, which was just, she managed to catch it by its tail bit, so it was just hanging out of her mouth. And she dropped that one on the mat in the dining room, so that one was easy to catch. The second one, she had it in her mouth. This one was a bigger one, and she decided she was going to take it all the way down to the bedroom and drop it under the bed. Now, I'm not skinny enough to get under the bed, so I was chasing this skink around the bed. So I would go one side, and the skink could run to the other. Then I'd go to the other side, and the skink could run back again. So it took me, and all this time, Kitty was under the bed watching. It's like, Kitty, you could help, you could catch it again, so I can get it off you. So yes, I spent a good 10 minutes yesterday trying to catch a skink from under the bed. And then Tiger ran into the garage later at night. Just ran in, come running straight back out again, and he was buzzing. Oh, I was like, hey up. Tiger's making a funny noise. What's he got? So I had to chase him. And he went down to where the near where my bedroom is. No, actually he was. Yeah, he was at the bedroom. He was at the bedroom door. I was like, what you got? And he wasn't giving it up, whatever it was. Anyway, he had a pretty, I don't know how he got in there, but he had a really big dragonfly. I was trying to get that off him. he was not letting go of this dragonfly no matter what. So in the end I had to prise his jaw open to get it off him. Take that outside. So yeah, the cat's kept me on my toes. Yeah, I don't know, this dragonfly got in there. But yeah, it was a pretty decent sized one. So we're going to end it after we've done this stitch. I don't know how far we are. Okay. Probably about 50 minutes, 60 minutes, I don't know. One of them. So, if you do have any questions or queries, then by all means, you can drop those down below in the comment section. Or you can email me. Email, as always, is dizzystitcher@gmail.com. Also linked down below, normally. Or I'm on Instagram @dizzystitcher. You can message me on there. Or there is the Facebook group, which is Dizzy's Stitches. You can message me in there as well. And with the Facebook group, again, if you do want to join that one, there are 3 questions to answer. If you don't answer the 3 questions, you will not be allowed in. It's to stop scammers. I've already declined about 10 people this week so far already. For either not answering the questions or just putting yes. Because 9 out of 10 those ones are like scammers or you call them bots or whatever. So yes. So we'll finish this thread and we'll see how many we've done. This might get a bit more work on it during the week, depending on how I feel. Well, it depends if I can stay awake, shall I say. get 2 more stitches. I think so. Maybe. It's gonna be close. I think I can. Yeah, of course I can. There we go. I'll add that in a second. Alright, so we have done 202 stitches. So not bad going. Easy going, since it's all one colour. So yeah, so you zoomed out as far as... Oh, you're not zoomed out. I could have zoomed you out even further before. Never mind. So yeah, it's coming along. So this is almost done. Well, I think this here is practically done. It then goes onto his face. I've got this here to do, and then the top of his head. Well, yeah, we're getting there. So, Kookaburra's here. I just heard him laughing. So yeah, so that's it from me then, guys. So again, thank you very much for watching. So much appreciated. And I will see you in my next video, which will be my update video next weekend. So until then, guys, take care, stay safe, happy stitching, and thanks for watching. Till next time, bye bye for now.